Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Raquel from MH Family Adventures. Welcome and happy Vlogmas Day 13. So if you're new to our channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We really do appreciate all of the support that we have here on YouTube. If you're new to our channel, we are a cruise vlogging family or a vacation vlogging, travel vlogging family. But we decided to take a quick break from that to participate in Vlogmas for the first time this year. So if you have not followed our other Vlogmas vlogs, be sure to check those out on our channel. But today we are going to be making one of my favorite holiday cookies. It's a brown butter caramel chocolate chip cookie. All right, so this is one of my favorite cookies for the holidays. If you could comment below, what is your favorite cookie for the holiday? I know we all love to bake and enjoy special treats during the holidays, but what is the favorite thing that you have to have each holiday? I know some people prefer salty, some prefer sweet. Me personally, I love a very sweet cookie. Cookies and cake are two of my favorite things for the holidays. So today we're gonna make, like I said, a brown butter caramel chocolate chip cookie. So for this recipe, you will need, hold on, forgot the butter. Oh, here it is. You're gonna need 2 sticks of butter. Now, you don't need to put these out to soften because we're gonna do something special with these 2 sticks of butter here in a second. You're gonna need 3 cups of all-purpose flour. You're gonna need 1 cup of granulated white sugar. You're gonna need 1 cup, you're gonna pack it in there, of light brown sugar. You're gonna need 2 eggs. And then some vanilla. And if you missed my last vlog where we made sugar cookies, this is vanilla that I picked up actually in Mexico while we were cruising. This bottle here was $8. So if you guys see the size of this, you're not gonna find this in the grocery store. And if you do, this is probably gonna be a good $40 or so because you get the little tiny pure vanilla extract in the stores for, about $10 or so. So if you're cruising or if you're in Mexico, be sure to stock up on some vanilla. I know I go through a lot of it throughout the year, so I always stock up every time my cruise has a stop in Mexico. But you'll also need a pack of Rolos. And now these are the 10.6 ounce bag. You can do more or less depending on how sweet you want your cookies to be. We're gonna use these, we're gonna unwrap these and we're gonna cut them in half. And you'll also need some Nestle semi-sweet chocolate morsels. And again, this here determines on how much you like chocolate. Depends on how much you like chocolate, whether you're gonna put half a bag, quarter bag, whole bag, whatever you prefer. So there's really no rule for this cookie recipe other than we have to get to browning some butter. So we're gonna brown the butter first. So you might be asking, why are we gonna brown the butter? First off, you're gonna turn your stove onto a medium heat. You're gonna use like a regular standard saucepan, maybe a pot that you might use for rice. You're gonna unwrap your butter. We're gonna put this down so that it can melt. Now, usually when you make cookies, you probably make them with softened butter. I don't know if you know the rules for butter, but if you have softened butter, that's gonna give you more light, fluffy cookies. If you have melted butter, it's gonna give you sometimes crispy, sometimes more chewy cookies. So it just depends on the preference of cookie that you like, on how you should handle your butter. But for this, the brown butter is actually gonna give your cookies a different flavor than if it was just standard melted butter. So to brown the butter, you're just gonna melt it slowly on medium heat, and you're gonna have to stir this pretty regularly until it starts to brown. Now, it'll brown fast if you have it on a high heat, but you don't want it on a high heat because what'll happen is it'll taste burnt. You don't want it to taste burnt, you just want it to be brown. And again, that brown adds a little bit of flavor. So I'm gonna stir this, and it's probably gonna take a good 10 minutes or so on medium heat to get the butter brown the way we like. So let's brown the butter. Okay, so what you'll notice is that the butter will start to foam a little bit. As it foams, that means you need to continue stirring. You have to continue to stir this like you're making a roux for a gumbo or something. You're gonna constantly stir it so that nothing burns. But once you start seeing like little brown bits in there, now this is not gonna turn completely brown. It's like a light brown. And what it does is it adds like a nutty flavor to your cookies without adding nuts. But it gives it a rich taste. So continue, I'm about 5 minutes in, I'm still stirring. Okay, we're about 7 minutes in, and as you see, it's like an amber looking color. It's becoming brown, it's almost there. So give it about 2 or 3 more minutes. Once it gets to that point where you see those little bits at the bottom, I'm gonna give it another minute or 2. All right, there we have it. It is brown and not burnt. Now you're gonna take this Sorry. Now you're gonna take this butter, you're gonna place it in a container or a bowl so that it can cool. You don't wanna use this hot in your recipe, especially because you're gonna have eggs. You don't want to have scrambled eggs in your cookies. So you're gonna let this cool for about 15-20 minutes, and then you can use it in your recipe. And you'll know your brown butter is good when you smell it. It actually smells like a caramel. So give it a whiff, and if it smells like caramel, it means you're on the right track. And again, you can make this darker if you like, or lighter. I might have gone just a little bit over on mine, but it'll taste just fine. It'll be great. All right, while the butter is cooling, you can go ahead and take your Rolos and unpeel or unwrap and chop them in half. All right, now that the butter is cool enough to work with, and again, it doesn't have to, you don't want it to solidify again. You want to kind of keep it melted. I'm now going to take my brown sugar and my white sugar into the same bowl, and I'm going to pour the brown butter in, and we're going to give that a good mix. And you want to get these brown bits that are down in there. You want to get that in there. That adds some flavor. Not too much, but you definitely want to get those in there. And we're just gonna beat that. About a minute. You want the sugar and butter to fully incorporate. It smells so good already. And the other thing that I wanna mention about cookies, and whether you like them chewy, crispy, or soft, the more white sugar you put in, the cakier or the fluffier they'll be. The more brown sugar, it'll make them more flat, thin, crispy, chewy. So I do a combination of white sugar and brown sugar. All right, now you're gonna crack your eggs in there, get that fully incorporated, do one egg at a time, mix it, and then do the other egg. All right, so we have all of that in there. Now we're gonna add in about 1 teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And again, this is vanilla that I got from Mexico. Just shake that up a little bit. You don't wanna add too much vanilla in these because that brown butter adds on, like I said, a different depth of flavor. So you don't want it to be too sweet or too vanilla tasting. So about 1 to 2 teaspoons. Incorporate that. So I also forgot to mention that I have 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. You want to use baking soda, not baking powder. I'm going to put that here into the flour. All right, I'm going to mix that up. Let me grab a spoon. All right, going to mix that in. And then we're going to just pour all of this right into this butter mixture, and we're going to mix this for about 2 minutes, and then we'll add in the good stuff. All right, so there you have the batter. And I always like to give it a taste. I know you're not supposed to try things with egg. I've been doing it so long, I think I'm immune to it. So don't do it at home if you're not used to it. But now, oh, that tastes so good. It's not even baked, it's so good. It's the brown butter. You have to do the brown butter. All right, I'm gonna put the Rolos in. And I put the whole bag in there, minus 2 or 3. It might have just disappeared. And then, because I'm not a huge fan of the chocolate on the Rolo, it's a good chocolate, but I prefer like a semi-sweet chocolate for my cookies. I'm gonna probably do about a half a cup of chocolate chips in there, just to give it some more chocolate flavor. And I'm gonna mix that all together. Something you can do, if you don't like sweet cookies, you want to add a bit of salt to it, you can crush up some pretzels or chop up some pretzels, put it in here. You can sprinkle a little bit of sea salt on top of the cookies after they finish baking. So you can add other things into this if you like. If you want to do M&Ms instead of chocolate chips, do that. Whatever works for you. There's no right or wrong for this recipe. All right, so there you have it. There's the cookie dough. Now I'm going to refrigerate this for about an hour. You don't have to, but it helps for the sugars and the butters and everything to combine. And then I'm gonna get these in the oven, 350 for about 8 to 10 minutes. You definitely have to watch these because they will brown really fast and you don't want them to be burnt. So refrigerator for about an hour, and then we're gonna bake. Y'all, these look really good. Check them out. So now that they are finished, and again, they're like a light brown color, they will flatten more as they cool. I let them cool on the hot pan. The residual heat will continue to cook them, but they will flatten out some. And you definitely want to use parchment paper for this because the caramel is very sticky and it'll cause your cookies, even on a non-stick cookie sheet, to stick on the tray. So you don't want that. So we're gonna let these cool for a few minutes before I transfer them to a cooling room. All right, guys, check them out. They look so good. All right, these are brown butter, caramel, chocolate chip cookies. All right, let's give one a try. Definitely use that parchment paper. Look how the back looks. Perfectly baked. Look at that. Let me give you a close up. Yummy. Look, chewy goodness. Mmm. Oh yeah. So good, so good. Need some milk to go with these, but we'll catch you guys back tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 14. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it out, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm gonna go enjoy my cookies. Happy Vlogmas. Oh, Dyson wants to taste. You want to taste?
Mm-hmm. What up? So what's in it? What's in it?
Caramel, chocolate, brown butter.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Good?
Oh yeah.
All right. All right, we're gonna enjoy these. Happy Vlogmas. Hold on. Yeah, that's that good part. This is all mine.